Welcome back to Straight to the Point podcast. Chelsea and Vince. Today we have a very special guest, Syd Jones. Talk to the people, Syd.
What's up? I'm just glad to be here today.
Yeah, we're glad to have you on too.
Yes.
So let's get into this interview, and what I want to start off with is what got you into rapping? Because I always known you as the hooper, dominate on the basketball court. Everybody used to talk about you, and the next thing I know, they're like, oh yeah, she got some heat coming. And so what got that started? What made you want to start rapping?
Speaking of the hooping, she was down there at the bottom gym a couple weeks ago out
game.
there on that 3-point shootout.
Yeah.
Whooping up on all the boys.
That's my thing, shooting, man. But the rapping thing, I mean, it came out of nowhere for me too. Like, I feel like quiet people, you know what I'm saying, they keep a lot on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So my way of getting it out was I just started writing. I remember one time I went down to, I walked to Nate's.
Yeah.
I had got me an instrumental tape, a CD. And Nate was like, I was probably like 11, 12. I really can't remember. I just know I was young. And Nate was like, oh, you rap? And I'm so shy. I was like, no.
Yeah.
But he probably thinking like, okay, well, why you getting an instrumental CD?
Yeah.
Like, So, so I had got that CD and I would take it back to my grandma's house and she had a little boom box and I would go in the living room and I would have the volume down low because I didn't want them to know what I was doing. And I would just start writing and I would hide the notebook up under the couch because, I was shy. I didn't want nobody to know what I was doing. So.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it all started. I was just writing my feelings down, to the beat.
Yeah. So what made you? What inspired your first tape that you put out? What inspired that? Because, like I said, nobody. Well, I know I didn't really know that you rapped and none of that. And then next thing I know, you got a whole tape out and it's banging the whole thing. So what inspired that tape? That
Jones Street.
Yeah.
Jones Street. I mean, I always knew if I did a tape,
Mm-hmm.
the first tape was gonna be called Jones Street.
Okay.
Because I wanted to, represent where I came from, and that's where it all started for me. So why not name my first tape Jones Street? And that's gonna be my starting point to my music too. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, Jones Street. That's simple. It's gonna be Jones Street. I felt like I had to explain a lot in Jones Street to let people know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because most people they know me, but they don't really know me.
Yeah.
Because I was quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Jones Street was just that entry point into the music, letting people know who I was and that I could rap and stuff.
And did you have any features on that?
No.
Nah. And I listened to the Blue Period too, and I see you didn't have no features on that. Is that something that you rather put your music out on your own, or is there some people that you would want to work with?
There's definitely people that I want to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like me doing that is just me trying to figure out who I am as an artist first.
Okay.
Because I can get in the booth with people and they got a whole different mindset, and I'm not trying to conform to what everybody else doing. Because sometimes we have different views. Like in Jones Street, I'm talking about drugs and how it's messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's hard sometimes to get in the studio with people and they talking about a different thing, which I'm not judging them. I'm just saying I don't feel like it mixes right now. You know what I'm saying? But in the Blue Period, I feel like I was being more creative. So yeah, it's definitely people I want to work with.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that because like if you go in there and you be like you talking about drugs and how it's not. It's bad or whatever on the community, and they go in there and they rapping about how they
Molly's and
yeah.
So, and I'm not perfect. I'm just saying, like for the music and for where my mind at right now, it's just not there. So I feel like it's not gonna mix right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So who are some of the local artists like from Cartersville that you listen to that you feel that you would like to work with? Like who you feel like is hot?
I like T-Don, Terrence, Batiste, hashtag.
Yeah.
We had him on here a couple weeks ago.
I watched his interview. There's a couple other people I just can't think of them, but I want to do something with Young South too.
Yeah.
Just because he a legend.
Yeah,
I feel like, and he just Southern, and I like that about him. But dang, I can't think of nobody else right now. But
what about Mike?
Mike? Oh yeah, I work with Mike too. Mike.
And when you finally get to that point in the industry, who are some of the mainstream artists that you would like to work with?
Oh man.
Oh, he put you on the spot with that one.
Yeah, got to. like you say, you real deep with your process and how you write and stuff like that. So I can see you, cause like me personally, I see you working with like a J. Cole or somebody that get real deep and not just out here talking, you know.
Right. Even the whole Dreamville team.
Yeah.
Like, you got Jid on there.
Yeah. He got a roster.
Some people up north I work with.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like, you know, some of my stuff sound like it's up north stuff
It does.
anyway.
Yeah,
so
it's laid back.
Right. That's when I start talking that real rap stuff. It just come out. I feel like it's just, I can hear it in my head and it just ends up sounding like more up north stuff. But man, it's a lot of artists out there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of artists. I definitely want to collab with some singers too.
That'd be dope.
Yes, because I always think about how Tupac had a lot of songs with singing on it, and they were still hard.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
singers too. Like I'm really looking for singers to work with now, but yeah, singers in the industry too. So
Yeah.
Okay. So I know like a lot of your songs on the Blue Period, they come from like deep within.
mm-hmm.
And a lot of them are like inspired by certain situations that happened within your life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was watching is it the documentary you had posted up or?
Yeah, it was just some short promo videos to talk about songs briefly. You know, I didn't get too deep in song, but yeah.
Yeah, and I heard, because my favorite is Soul on Ice.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that you was talking about, you know, what inspired you to make that song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your friend and her brother
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I knew before the Blue Period was finished, because he passed away in September. So I had already been writing on the Blue Period, writing for the Blue Period. He had passed away in September, and I was like, okay, well, I got to dedicate a song to my friend right now because this is serious.
Yep.
And it was crazy to me that his favorite color was blue, and like I already had the tape name like the Blue Period, and then all of a sudden I see this blue wave on Facebook, like everybody's posting blue. I see blue everywhere, so I was like, I got to do a song to this. You know what I'm saying? Dedicate a song for her, and I could just feel it. You know what I'm saying? And me and her, we kick it a lot. So now when we kick it, it's gonna be different. That was what's going on in my head. Like it's gonna be different now. Like, do I ask? Do I keep asking? Like, you know, are you all right? Like, how you feeling? Like, do I bring it up? I don't know. So, I mean, I was just really feeling it, and I felt for her because, man, I couldn't even imagine losing a sibling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's deep.
Yeah.
I mean, losing anybody, but
That's true.
I mean, we both the oldest too. Like, that was her little brother, and it's a middle sibling and a little youngest sibling.
Mm-hmm.
And I just couldn't imagine, man. We just kind of like the oldest, and I feel like we relate in different ways.
Yep. So would you say that song was the most touching for you on the whole Blue Period, or do you have one that's like that you felt more like did you really put your all into?
Soul on Ice was definitely like something I felt like. I mean, I was here at Rip Studios in that booth over there, and when I was recording, I got chill bumps because I just really couldn't even believe I was rapping about it. Like my friend, like her brother passing away, like I couldn't believe it. But another song that really touched me was Purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because that's the whole point of the Blue Period was I went through this period where I was like, what's my purpose?
Yeah.
I put out Jones Street, but what's next?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What am I rapping about next, and not contradicting myself? Like if I do talk about smoking weed, but in the Jones Street I was talking about drugs and like kids being influenced. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to influence kids to do the wrong thing. But at the same time, I am talking about different situations. So I'm talking about selling drugs versus, you know, what I do behind closed doors or whatever. But purpose. Especially when I was talking about my mama too. Like,
Purpose was pretty deep too.
It was.
Those are.
Did you record? You recorded both tapes here at Rip Studios?
Not Jones Street.
Okay.
I recorded Jones Street in Atlanta, but I recorded the Blue Period here, all the songs here, and Black. He did the mixing.
Okay.
And see, Jones Street, I didn't even get it mixed because I just wasn't even thinking. But like with the Blue Period, I just feel like it's some growth there. You know what I'm saying? I got the tape mixed. It sound good. it sounds better than Jones Street, quality wise. So
Yeah, shout out Black Beats too.
right.
Even Rip said he's like a beast at mastering and mixing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I wasn't even with Black throughout the whole mixing process because like I had procrastinated with this tape and I had a deadline when I wanted to put it out, a release date, and so Black, you know, he took the drive and he went home and worked on the songs, but it's like I trust Black.
Yeah.
Like I didn't need to be there. Like
Yeah.
I trust Black, and he sent them to me, and I was like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
That's what's up.
So what made you even start working on the Blue Period? What did you feel like you just need to let people know more about you, or you because like you said that the situation with your friend and her brother that happened before, so you was already working on it. So so what inspired that mixtape to even come together?
Well,
Like I said, you already told your story on Jones Street. So what? I just want to know the background to this one.
Well, first the Blue Period, I got that name from Pablo Picasso. He
Okay.
had some paintings. It's called the Blue Period, and all of them are like blue.
Yeah.
And I had went to the High Museum in Atlanta,
Mhm.
and he had an exhibit up, and I seen all them paintings, and I was over there reading about it, and I was like, man, I feel like I'm going through like a Blue Period. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, I mean, it's about to be called the Blue Period.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, like I went through these periods where I was like inspired and not inspired. So I feel like that's what took so long, because you know I dropped Jones Street in 2017 December, and
Yep.
then it took a whole year for me to drop another tape, and I feel like it was because I really wasn't inspired. Like I went through these periods where I wasn't inspired. You know, I'm thinking too much about writing and what people gonna comprehend. You know what I'm saying? So I just knew that it was gonna be called the Blue Period. I had some songs already wrote, but after I named it the Blue Period, like it just went from there.
Yeah. And that Jones Street wave, it rolled for a while, because when you I was reading something you had wrote in one of the bios, and you said that it came out 2017, like last year. And I'm like, damn, it's already been a year?
Right.
Because it seemed like it was, you know what I'm saying? Because the wave was going for so long, it seemed like you just did it.
Right.
So that's like you said, that tape right there really went.
I think it's because I had dropped them visuals. Like,
Yeah.
When you drop them videos, like afterwards,
That helps
I mean,
out a lot.
yeah,
that
then
do.
it give people a visual,
Because that was dope. That was real dope.
something to look at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was, I like that, especially with the young kids. That was crazy.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah, that one was real nice.
Yeah.
I was wondering if people would understand that was
Yeah.
like the little me.
Yeah, exactly. And that's hilarious because it looked just like you too.
Right.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what do you say to the people that don't like your music? For the people that give you the criticism, people that don't think you should rap, what do you say to people like that? Or how do you feel when people come at you like that?
At this point in my life, it's like it's about me.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if people don't listen to it.
There you go.
And you go
The
become
further I
so
get
much.
along in this music, like I'm gonna find people that like my music.
Exactly.
Like it's so many people in the world, like so many different genres of music. Like everybody has a different preference or like different moods. So it's like I really don't care at this point. Like the Blue Period, I listen to the Blue Period and I listen to some of the things I said, and I'm like I'm still like listening to that. Like it's like motivation for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm listening to. It's like I'm talking to myself. Like, don't give up. Stay motivated. Stay inspired. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling people out here not to worry about what other people think about them. And it's like I gotta do the same for myself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't care.
I took the Blue Period and I pressed play, and I sat sitting on the bed. My husband and I was sitting there listening. He was like, "Oh yeah, she nice." He was like, "She nice. She deep with it too. She go
Get real deep. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's
he don't give a lot of people too much credit, but he was like, "She nice." Yeah.
Appreciate it. And see, I used to be embarrassed to talk about my own struggles. You know, because I didn't want nobody to know like I'm struggling.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mentally or whatever. But if that's what's going on in my brain, I need to write it down because there's other people that feel the same way.
Yep.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's what helps me with my writing too, is just being honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Talking about what I'm really going through. Because then I won't run out of things to say.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here faking anything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then I saw like when we had Josh on here, I saw that you commented and shared his post or whatever for his interview. Can you relate to the mental illness or got some stuff?
For sure. And being an artist, it's like it's actually cool because we get to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But we still go through it like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Life can be hard, man. You just gotta keep pushing.
That's true. Cause like I see like a lot of people that's going through stuff, and I'm like, you know what I mean? But it's like being in the spotlight and going through things is way harder than you know being in your personal space at home going through things.
Right.
Because everybody got something to say. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like I had Ryan Cameron he was one of my guests not too long ago, a couple days ago, and he was just saying like on his social media, he posts pictures of his kids, he posts this, he posts that, and the one that got the most views, the most likes, the most comments was his car accident. You see what I'm saying? Like people love to talk about the negative.
Right.
They shine more light on the negative than they do the positive.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's just, I mean, like, it's reality. We got to wake up and realize, you know, we can't share every single thing with these people because somebody always got something to say.
Right. That's kind of why I pulled back from social media.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's important for me as an artist to share my life. So it's difficult for me to post things because I done got into the habit of, like, not really posting anymore. So I have to think about posting. If I'm out, I'm like, oh, let me post. You know what I'm saying? Just so that people can see what I'm doing. But yeah, man, people just like to see crazy stuff going on.
Exactly.
But that's good too, though, because you don't want that social media controlling you. You know,
what they call it, trolling.
Yeah. You don't want that. So I mean, it's good that you can separate yourself from it. Do you, and then whenever you want to put something out, put it out.
Right.
Because I was watching the J. Cole interview with Edgy Martinez, that one he just did. Well, he did like 7 months ago, and he was talking about the same thing. How he had to stop that. He had to get away from it, and then he come back and he'll do a little something, then he'll disappear again. But yeah, it's real. That's real important to be able to separate that. And
I think it's cool with him and Kendrick. I mean, they ain't even on their Instagram if they even got one. If that's like really their Instagram, I mean, they only got like 10 pictures or less. Like they don't even have to post no more because like people know who they are and want to hear their music.
Exactly.
Period.
Yep.
So you said you went down to Georgia State for college. How was that? Because they say that's the party school.
Oh man, yeah, it was. I was doing good my first year. I was doing good my first year. I don't think it wasn't me not being able to do the work. It was me not being motivated. Like I'd be in class and like people really enjoy class and they can see themselves, you know, majoring in whatever they majoring in. But I was like, I can't see myself doing none of this. Like I just couldn't see myself doing it. Like I changed my major so many times, and if I could give advice to like somebody young that don't know what they're gonna do, I would tell them to take their time and figure it out. Because like them student loans gonna come back.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I went to school for so long and I still didn't even do anything.
Exactly.
Now I'm doing music. So I mean, it's a journey, you know what I'm saying?
That's true because I started going to school for nursing. And when I got to class and I'm sitting there and I'm like not paying attention, going to sleep, it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a step back. Like, this is my second semester I done sat out. And I'm like, I need to try something different. And then we started the podcast. And then I said, okay, I'm going to go do my real estate. So now I'm starting to work on real estate. It's just like, I can't focus on one thing too long. I have to move around and, you know, I said maybe I'll come back to the nursing later. You know what I mean? But I need to do something else right now.
Yeah. I feel you on that. School ain't for everybody.
It's not.
Yeah, exactly. So, and with the rapping, what made you hide it for so long? What made you not really want nobody to know? Was it being like shy, or was it just
being judged?
Being judged. You just really didn't know if you want to take it serious, or you know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't put out a lot of the stuff that I do because I didn't know if I want to take it serious. Like I didn't know if I could see myself having to rap or come and do shows and do stuff like that every day for the rest of my life. Like some of these celebrities are really out here and they don't have time to do nothing because they constantly having to do something. And I just didn't know if I was really ready for something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I just thought about it. Vince
why,
started touching on the music too. Y'all could do that.
So that's why. But now I'm like, you know what? I want to do this. I want to take this serious. So I done started back writing, and I got some stuff I want to come here and record. But at first I didn't know if I wanted that to be my life. You know what I'm saying? So what made you hide yours for so long before you came out? I was like, you know what? This is it.
What's that meme say? Both of them.
Both of them.
Both
Both of them.
I was shy and I was scared to hear what people would say. You know what I'm saying? Like scared they wasn't gonna like it. But then as I got older, I mean, even listening to interviews now of different artists, it's like
everybody went through it.
Yeah, everybody went through it, and there's still those different lanes. Like, there's so many people in the world. Like, there's gonna be people that like my music. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was me being shy and me being afraid of what people may say. You know, and not liking it.
That makes sense. All right, I got a long question. It's not really a long question, but I gotta try to explain what I'm talking about. All right, so for as of right now, you see a lot of the female rappers that's making it right now. You see a lot of them. They wearing the long nails, long weave. They got their butt showing, doing this and that. And that's like seem like that's the wave that, as far as female rappers, that the industry is on. Like that's if you ain't doing that, it seems like they don't want to show you no love. So
except for the Grammy-nominated Rhapsody album of the year.
There you go.
True.
But you got like a lot of the young MAs. Like I like Young MA. I like Syd, the one that played on that movie Deuces. I like her. So you don't really get to see them get that limelight like you get to see Cardi B, or you get to see Saweetie or Cash Doll or all these other chicks. It's like once Nicki came out, that was the wave they wanted to take from there on out. Like before, you had the Lil' Kims, the Trinas, and that was.
And then they want to compare.
You know what I'm saying? That was out, but you also had with Missy Elliott, Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? You had people that wasn't like them that was out too. Now it's like if you ain't like Cardi B, you really ain't getting no shine. So how do you feel like it's harder for you to get in the industry, being that you don't act like that, or do you think it's just it is what it is? Is the same?
Yeah, I think it is, because sex sells. That's the thing with them record labels, like, had me kind of iffy, like, what I want to do, but, because I don't want nobody controlling me, because I want to be me.
Yep.
But, I think sex does sell, but I also think, like, you do have Rhapsody, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But like you saying, like, some people, where's the limelight? Like, some people don't know about some of these rappers.
Exactly.
But I feel like me as an artist, that's where I would have to be more visible on social media, like show more of my life so people can relate to me and like get a feeling for like who I am. Cause Cardi B, I mean, she started out with just videos, like being funny. You know what I'm saying? So like she already had like
getting her face out there.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is harder. I just think that we just got to work harder.
Yeah.
And just continue to be ourselves, because at the end of the day, we still gonna have them people that like us for us.
Exactly.
Our people, but I mean that's just the industry. Sex sells. Like people like to see crazy stuff going on. Like that's just it is what it is.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I know when you had moved away for a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, from Cartersville.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean when I went to Georgia State, then I came back. And now I'm gone again.
Yeah, and then you had, I know it was like a period of time where you and your girl was all over the internet doing your thing, you know. Did she do like modeling or something at that time or something? Like she was like, y'all was always like doing pictures. She was always in pictures and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean
that was just y'all
beginning of relationship stuff, taking all the pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
She works in TV though.
Oh, okay. Because I thought she did like modeling or something. Okay.
Yeah, she works in TV production. She actually works on Beyond Fix My Life right now. That's what she working on.
Yeah. That's nice. That's real nice.
Associate producer on that show.
Gotcha. And I know like on the Blue Period you do talk about a little bit of relationship.
Oh yeah.
So are y'all still together or y'all?
Oh yeah, we still together.
Okay.
Just low key, like with everything else. Like I just ain't been posting.
Yeah.
I don't post a lot. Like
it
just starts becoming a norm. But I mean, I talk about it in the song. Like even in our relationship, it just started. I got comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that can create problems too. So I was just trying to be open about that. because every relationship got
Goes
their ups
through
and
something.
downs.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was just talking about ours, and I mean, yeah, we stood together 3 years. Everything
So
good.
it's
Like,
rocking.
yeah,
That's what's up.
she actually helped me out a lot, man. She's just really business minded, and she helped me with like my social media strategies and like what I need to post and what kind of content I need to be dropping and when I need to drop it. So shout out to her because she really helped me. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like that was a blessing because when we first got together, she asked me what made me happy, and I was like, seeing my family happy. She asked me again. She said, no, what makes you happy? And then I realized, like, I've been holding myself back trying to make sure everybody else was happy because I'm the oldest.
Yep.
And I was like, nah, I gotta think about this. Like, what really makes me happy? And she didn't even know I rap yet.
Okay.
So I had sent her like one night. I was just really stuck on that question. I was like, that's a real question. So one night, I was working third shift, and she was asleep, and I was like, should I send her this one track I did to let her hear it? So I sent it to her, and then by the time I went to sleep, you know, she woke up because it was morning time, and I woke up to a message. She was like, fire.
Yeah,
She's
that's
like,
it. Yeah.
She's like, you gotta keep going. So she really,
That's gotta feel good too.
yeah, she really is the one that like pushed me to do this music thing and like get out of my head and not let the fear hold me back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also being in a household with somebody that's living their dream, I mean, it just make you
That
want to
helps.
go after yours.
Yeah, it do. That
You know
helps
what
a
I'm
lot.
saying?
That helps a lot.
does.
Yeah.
So
Because
that's a
what
blessing.
That's what LA always used to say to me, like, when we decided to do the podcast, like, my husband's like, do it. You know what I mean? Like, he the one told me to call Rip to see if we can record here. He's the one, you know, like, he come up with different ideas for us to do with the thing. She's like, there's nothing better than having your spouse support you and push you through everything you're doing.
Man, that's
so,
everything. She my biggest fan. She just texted me the other day and she said, I know all the words to Dark Seas now. And it just made me happy to have somebody that really enjoyed my music. Like, she
Yeah.
really is a fan of my music. So
That's what's up.
It
For
is.
real.
it's just the best feeling. And, man, that's hard to come by sometimes.
It
you know?
is.
But like I said, we got our ups and downs. You just gotta, this relationship stuff, man, you just gotta put your pride to the side.
Yep.
Yep.
You gotta
That's
go
it.
through stuff
Got
to see who's really
'Cause-
with you.
Yeah.
You really gotta put that pride to the side.
Yeah, you do.
As much as you might wanna like argue with them or tell them when they wrong, like sometimes you just gotta put the pride to the side and keep it moving. Cause you gotta think about all the good stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
So
That's very true.
I know we touched on the female rappers a few seconds ago. What do you have any favorite female rappers, or do you even, with it being such a male dominant industry, do you even listen to female rappers?
I mean, I'm just an old school person.
Yeah.
So when I go listen to music, like I'm still going to listen to like Missy,
Yeah.
the Brat.
I like the Brat.
Yeah.
The Brat.
And they
Eve
all
is
had
my
their
favorite.
different style. That's what I
That's
liked
true.
about it. Like,
Everybody's not trying to ride that same wave.
right. But yeah, I always go back and listen to older music, and I always do my research too and figure out like who were the other female rappers that nobody really know about, and I watch the videos, like all that kind of stuff. But like currently, I need to get on more of that Rhapsody stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Jack
I do
was
too.
talking
I do
about.
too. Yeah.
But I can't think. Oh, I like Young M.A. too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she be spitting.
And then I can't think of nobody else right now.
Okay.
Right now. But
And as far as that wave of music that we were just talking about, how you feel about music today? Like, do you feel like as far as the mumble rap era and stuff like that, how do you feel about music today?
I mean, in the song Inspired Me, I was talking about that a little bit. But I feel like it's just different moods. Like, I still listen to that stuff when I'm like about to go out.
Yeah.
It be riding,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it is one of those things where if you rapping about drugs, killing people, and all this stuff, and you're not doing it, you're not really out here doing it, it's just
Exactly.
hard for me to respect you. Like,
Yep.
the mumble rap stuff, if like I can feel the pain in your music and just really ride to it, then I can fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you out here just rapping just because you want to rap and because that's what everybody else doing, and it's really for show,
A quick
Yeah.
check.
I mean, it's just hard for me as an artist and a rapper. It's hard for me to respect you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I got different views on that, so, but some of it be riding. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel like it's different moves. Like people ain't gonna put my stuff on when they go into the club.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like it's just different moves. I feel like it's some artists out there that's really talented.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And then you got some out there that's just like, all I gotta do is get one hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they just go in the studio and just work until they find out one hit.
Yeah.
And then they just.
That's why I wrote Inspired Me, because I think the beginning of 2018, I really was feeling like, man, I hate like the way this music is going. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would just listen to the radio and like everybody sound the same.
Yep.
But then, you know, I kind of lightened up a little bit and realized like, okay, you know, I do be listening to the stuff when I'm on the way to the club or at the club, you know, and dancing to it and
Be
stuff.
vibing.
It definitely got a time and place. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like that's what that is. Like it's just different moves. So
Yeah.
some of it be riding, but some of it people just be talking out the side. That ain't it.
Yep.
Yeah. And speaking of that track, Inspired Me. On there, I think you said, let me get it right. You said, rapping in the mirror with a brush, listening to Lil Kim, Lil C's. I think I found my first crush.
Yep.
What you talking about? Rapping? What you talking about rapping then?
Yeah. I
Okay.
was talking about music. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That whole song, I'm kind of like talking about just music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I like that.
That was a
yeah.
dope
Yeah, that was
verse.
dope.
Mhm.
So what, as far as 2019, it's a new year. What you got? What do you have stuff planned for this year already? You already got the new project you working on, or what you got coming up for 2019?
2019, you know I got them visuals coming.
Yep,
Them
exactly.
videos coming for the Blue Period. So
Exactly.
Can't wait to see them.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride this little Blue Period wave, and what I want to do differently that I didn't do after Jones Street is just find a way to stay inspired.
Yep.
Like get out the house, like, cause I can stay in the house now. I can find me something to do, watch TV.
Netflix.
Yeah, watch TV, read, or like I'm kicking it with my girl. But aside from all that, I need to go out and just see different things so I can stay inspired. You know what I'm saying? Just live life,
Yep.
and be consistent with the music. So while I'm promoting all this stuff for the Blue Period and letting that ride out, I want to continue to like write.
Yep.
For my next project, you know, just stay inspired.
Yep. And that's real deep too, cause I was I think I was listening to a Chris Brown interview, and he was saying how if you go to his house, he got Cartoon Network or like Nickelodeon playing all day. He said cause cartoons inspire him, help him be more creative. He said that's what he do to help bring out the creativity in him. He said he sit there and watch the cartoon all day, and somehow that it inspires him to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? As far as his drawing and all that, he said doing stuff like that really helps him out. So that's real deep.
Do you have a method like that?
I just move around a lot. Like I'll go outside. Like I need my quiet time because it's a lot that goes on up here. Cause the music that I'm writing is deeper, so I need that quiet time to like get it all together.
Yeah.
Like organize all these thoughts that I'm having. So I just sit down and I really have to tune everything out.
Have you ever thought about going on a road and maybe like opening up for somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be dope too. Yeah, that'd definitely be dope.
In Atlanta, like I performed at a couple places, but man, you gotta be careful with all that.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You gotta be careful
That
with all
is
that,
true.
and you gotta know your lane. Like
Yeah.
I think one of them I went to, it's like everybody got up there, it was like real hype music, and then I'm like, okay, this ain't my lane. Like so, you gotta know your lanes and like venues and where you
Exactly. You
should
gotta know where to be at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ain't
And
lying.
then all that pay to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't with it. Somebody told me do not pay to perform.
Yeah.
A couple people have told me that.
You
know what I'm
should.
saying?
It's a lot of
It's a lot of
behind the
places,
scenes stuff that go on that you like you say till you get into it, you be like, what? I didn't know this kind of
In
that's
the beginning,
bogus.
In the beginning, you like, should I do it?
Yeah.
Because
You trying to get your music out.
Yeah.
So
But it's a lot of places you can go in Atlanta and perform, and you don't have to pay. Like, you can just come perform and stuff.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I can try to get you some information on that because my homeboy, he works with a lot of artists, and he even he works with like the battle rappers whenever they have like the battle raps in Atlanta. He's one of the photographers for that, so he knows like a lot of connects in there. Like he was just he hit me up. He was like, "Hey sis," I was like, "What's up, Kev?" He was like, "Yeah, man, I just did a photo shoot the other day, and guess who it was? It was Jacquees' little brother." I was like, "Oh, for real?" He was like, "I'm doing a photo shoot. I don't know." And then they gave me their social media, and I looked it up, and it was Jacquees' little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then a guy I work with, he was like, his photographer. He was, did his photo shoot, and he found out that he do music, and he was like, "Oh, you should hook up with my son. Like, he does a little music." He was like, and then when I looked up his son, I'm like, "Your son don't do a little music." His son was 6 Black. He was like, "Your son is like big out here. He don't do a little." So that it just be funny, like the people you run into,
Right, you never know. Who
Exactly.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I have to ask Kev about some places to perform, because he be in the studio with a lot of different people all the time.
As far as the visuals for the Blue Period, do you know what's gonna be your first one you're gonna go with? You already got the track that you're gonna go with as far as a visual?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got it all lined up.
That's what's up, man. I can't wait to see this. That's what's up.
Yeah, I got it all lined up. I definitely want everything to look totally different from the Jones Street visuals. Because I want to keep people like on their toes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you ever take like footage from different clips that you perform? Like, I know you did the back to school thing. Did you have anybody record you doing that to take some clips from that?
Nah, I gotta get better with that too.
Us too, because we're working on a project right now, and I was like, man, if we would have recorded some of those artists out there, that could have went perfect with the project we're working with. So,
yeah.
I got some photos, but I didn't get any. I got some. No, I actually did get some video. I did. You know, my girl was there with her phone now.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Because when we was doing that Cartersville series, I was like, man, it would have been perfect. You know what I mean? Because we had the drone too. Yeah. And I was like, you could have flew the drone and been out there like getting some footage for the series. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would have been nice.
And I've been to wreck that drone, hit the building and everything.
Kenzie be running that thing.
I'll see how y'all be flying them drones, boy. I've been broke that thing. For real.
So, Sid, you say you're going to get in the booth for us a little bit in here?
Yeah.
You're going to spit a little bit for us?
Give us a little something.
I need a good beat.
You'll be the first. You'll be the first one to do it too. So, you know, yeah, you be the first. Well, we had South spit, but he didn't get inside like a booth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
He just went out the dome.
You'll be the first one to get inside that booth.
You know, I'm a writer, but I like the vibe though. Freestyling is fun.
Yep.
Okay.
I might say something goofy, but
it's fine.
That's what's
We're
up.
gonna get you in here.
Yeah, we're finna get into the booth. Syd gonna spit something for us or give us a little something. So yeah, man, here we go.
My worst fit is that I get on this mic and really choke, but I don't really freestyle. But right now I'm feeling like Rabbit from 8 Mile. Hold on, let me pick it back up. I'm just glad that I don't follow the pack, cause sounding like everybody else, I would feel whack. But I got my own sound. I'm still grounded, 10 toes down. Syd from the hill, you know I gotta stay with my people, I keep it real, I'll never turn my back on my city, cause they the ones that was really with me first, they was sharing my videos,
Alright, Syd, go ahead and tell the people where they can follow you, your social medias, and shout out anybody you want to shout out.
Shout out to y'all, man, for even having me here, but you can follow me on everything, at Syd Jones, SYD Jones.
Y'all just heard Syd get in the booth, man. That was the first time we ever had somebody actually get in the booth on straight to the point, man. So, like I said, if you rapping, be ready when you come up here. That was the first time we had somebody get in the booth. She did her thing. We appreciate it. We love you for coming on, man.
And I appreciate y'all.
Until next time, Straight to the Point podcast. Y'all know what's up.